Hi, everyone, and welcome to another episode of My Kommunity. I'm here with my boy Hector Santos, aka Sub-Zero, aka Hector. How we doing, bud?
We're doing good today. Happy Friday Eve.
There we go. Happy Friday Eve. Hector, before we get into today's topic, which is jobs and just the business field, as you were, why don't you tell the audience a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, sure. I'm Hector Santos. I'm a senior manager at a consulting firm in the Big Apple. I do technology consulting and management consulting, particularly cybersecurity. So think of certification CISP, CISA, CISM, PMP, all that stuff. Also a business guy, so got my MBA as well. So just a young Puerto Rican cat from Virginia, trying to make it big here in the Apple, but I do not like it up here. So that's the story for another day. But that is who I am. Also a Navy brat.
There you go. Oh, you were in the Navy too?
No, my dad was. So Navy brat. Yeah.
I got you. Okay, very nice. All right, so obviously, our topic is the business world. Before we get into it, what are some things you like about working in the city, and what are some things you don't like about working in the city?
I mean, first of all, the money's good, so
Yes.
you cannot complain there. And then I also like the appetite and the hunger of the people that you work with in the city, because everyone's trying to, make it. It's kind of like fast paced. So that's why I enjoy. I do not enjoy the commute. So, and NJ trains, it's horrible. The subways sometimes are bad too. And then like when you get to the city, everyone's just like up your butt, just trying to like run you over.
Yes.
But besides those cons, the pros are you work with smart people and everyone wants to work for the city. So I guess that also a con would be it's cutthroat.
It's definitely cutthroat,
Yeah.
and that's where you want to be, I guess. You do you have like a 5-year plan? Do you have like a 10-year plan? Like where do you see yourself going as far as you're in cybersecurity, as you said? So where your goals for yourself?
So I started my career as a DoD contractor.
Okay.
So I want to go back into that realm and kind of start my own
Like firm?
firm. Yeah. So just winning like government contracts. So
Okay.
being like a subcontractor, because you could get like 350K and just coast as like a subcontractor. Because when I'm from Virginia Beach, like everyone, like most of the people who own like those beach houses and stuff, they own their own subcontracting company, and they're just coasting, making like 350. So that's why I'm doing like maybe 5 or 10 years. But for now, we're just still learning, because you learn every day. Even if you get these certifications, things like that, just still learning, still trying to be better every day at business, cybersecurity, and technology. So there's something new to learn every day.
Yeah, it's translatable to the gym, isn't it? Like the gym is a discipline to the workforce, because in the gym we're always trying to improve ourselves and trying to make ourselves better. While in the workforce, or just work in general, we're always trying to better ourselves in some capacity. We're, like you said, we're always trying to learn new things and do better for ourselves and for the people around us.
Yeah, for sure. And I think when you do that analogy with the gym, when you go to the gym and you try to have like a heavy weight, you're going to fail. So like fail fast in business, and don't be afraid to fail and learn from your mistakes. And then, if you don't fail, you can never, bounce back up and succeed. So all these business folks that you think about, they've always like failed at some point.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. I talk about it in my book countless times. I've failed so many times in the working world. I've been fired. I've tried entrepreneurial endeavors, and none of them really have stuck. But I feel like that's part of the process, right? You keep on going and keep on pushing through, and you keep moving forward. It's that Rocky speech from the sixth one, where it's life's going to beat your ass down. It's going to keep kicking your ass, but as long as you keep pushing forward, you're kind of unstoppable in a way.
Yeah, you always got to learn from your failure. So I guess for your example, you try all these things. So now you're doing something else, but learn from what, you made your mistakes in the past and learn from that. And then also learn from other people. Cause I think there's always something that you can learn from others. For example, like, okay, in my role, there's people under me and there's people above me. So I'm always doing these mental reps of like, okay, what would I do differently? And also what would I take from having these mental reps of like when a director is talking to a client or something. And then I also take like, hey, what would I do differently? So I'm also having my own twist. And then I hope the people who are watching me also do the same thing, because like, what can they improve on that they could do differently than what I'm doing right now, if that makes sense.
No, yeah, it makes total sense. You're trying to learn from other people and trying to optimize your own inefficiencies in a way to make yourself better and a more productive individual.
Correct.
And no, dude, that's a great follow through. One of my questions for you, Hector, is have you ever tried to do any like entrepreneurial endeavor or something like that?
Not yet. That's in that 5 to 10 year plan when opening up that business. Because right now I'm trying to like get like a nice like cushion of money.
Oh, okay.
So that, when, in case something
Yeah.
bad happens.
Right. You have the nest egg,
Exactly.
and you're in a safe spot still.
Yeah, exactly. So right now I don't feel comfortable doing that. But I also talked to my wife about this at dinner yesterday about like, I wish I had that mindset to build something. And she was telling me like, yeah, a lot of the times it just comes naturally. Like you find a need for something. Like she was telling me about this app for the blind that you could download like yourself, and then a blind person will call you to help them like navigate something.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you know the name?
I don't, but it's interesting because this morning she took a call and helped the blind person out of a hotel in the city. So it was something like that where like you just find something naturally versus like trying to figure out something.
Right.
That's where success comes. Like it was just comes naturally out of a need that like just comes up versus like, let me sit in this think tank.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
And then try to like jot down 20 ideas and see what works.
Yeah.
No, obviously the rule of thumb in entrepreneurship is we want to solve a problem, right? We want to see the market, and it's like, what inefficiencies are there, and how can we make this either better or solve it? So from my experience, I always thought to myself, it's like maybe if I could, I had an idea for a mental health not for profit, and this mental health not for profit was basically Alcoholics Anonymous for people with mental health conditions. And obviously, I know most people would think to themselves, why would we put people with mental health conditions like with each other? But I feel like that's the same kind of mentality with alcoholics, like two alcoholics conversing and keeping each other accountable isn't necessarily the most orthodox method, but I think it would be something that would work, because if you really think about people with like mental health conditions, how could someone resonate with someone that doesn't really understand what they're going through? So for me, I was like, okay, I have bipolar. So let me talk to someone who maybe has like bipolar condition and utilize that kind of platform. I created a 10-step platform. Well, actually, I didn't create it. A mental health professional created a 10-step 10-step program that they would follow on the platform. And we would have a mental health professional account for keeping them accountable, those two people. And basically, it would just be like the two people in the Mental Health Anonymous a platform, and the mental health professional just making sure that everything is copacetic on the side. And I feel like something like that I don't know if it's not necessarily solving a problem, because you can't necessarily solve mental health, but it does aid the situation. Like, and the only reason I came up with that was because of the natural course of life. Going back to what you said, I had my manic episode. I went off the deep end, and I thought to myself, I was like, okay, I have a great support system. How could I utilize this? And with that support system, obviously some of my friends may have mental health conditions. I thought, okay, maybe there's a business model here that hasn't been tapped into. And that's kind of was my idea for this concept.
Yeah, that's a great idea, and that's how businesses like start up. You have that idea, you find the need, versus like, let me go in that think tank and figure out like 20 different ideas.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So no, that's pretty good, because everyone's dealing with some mental issues that maybe they don't want to talk about, but if they find that calming ground with someone,
Exactly.
they'll
Yeah.
progress to like better themselves.
Yeah, no, I think that's really important, because when it comes to like you said, commonality and relatability, these kind of platforms, especially social media platforms, I feel like there's a disconnect because it's a lot of a facade, and it's a lot of almost like false realities, as it were, right? Like people are putting up shows, but if people are being candid on like a platform where it's like, look, I ain't feeling that good right now. I need my bipolar a buddy to assist me. Maybe that kind of accountability can be good, and you'd have like mental health check-ins, and again, you check in with your therapist or whoever's running that support program, and you kind of have with that extra support, you'd be keeping each other accountable, but also keeping yourself accountable to keep moving forward, as it were.
Well, that's an interesting point that you bring up about like influencers.
Yeah.
So, maybe since we're talking business, there's an avenue for like an influencer to actually show like they're battling like, mental health issues.
Yes.
Like some sort of issue, but like focusing on that.
Yes. It's funny you bring that up, because I thought from a bigger stage, if this ever took place, this business idea, you use the people that are on a bigger platform, and it's like they have a support partner as well, and not a support partner that's in their the support partner that's in their network per se, but a support partner like me or you, who just could relate to them on a more personal level than like this person that has like 20 million followers and doesn't live the life that us quote unquote normal folk live.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. And then there's communities out there for everything. There's running communities, the lifting community.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And there's, different segments, if you will.
Yeah. And there's different ways to connect based on those certain types of communities, right?
Yeah.
Because like the basis of our relationship was at the gym.
Yep.
And it's just those little kind of like micro communities that you form the macro communities, the bigger communities.
Yeah, and I think like like the normal people, because you see like these big time influencers, like the gym ones, and they're like the 1%, like, just lifting crazy numbers up there. It's like, all right.
No, dude, it's for those people, it's not it's not as relatable, I feel like, because obviously like that. When it comes to working out, we're passionate about our working out, but it's not necessarily our day job. For them, it's their life. So when it comes to creating these communities, as we talked about doing, I feel like it would be important to, I don't know, have like your own kind of brand for each type of community. So like, for example, I'm in the mental health community, you're in the fitness community, you're in the running community, and again, have those micro communities and then build up from there. Because those kind of relationships, I feel like, make those communities more powerful, because I feel like in the world we're kind of in, we're a very fractured community. We're not really together. We're kind of all over the place.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. Yeah,
Just a little bit.
yeah. The state of affairs. A lot of people are divided in this particular time, but yeah, it's definitely. I also think of like video gaming, where like you see the streamers and they're like really good at video games, but it's like I don't have time to do like a 5-hour run or a speed run. So like maybe, say like an hour a day, like, okay, so what's this regular Joe Hector who, just got out of his 9 to 5, how he's going to do at this game? Like how many times he's going to like fail a level, and just put that on there. And it's very relatable to all the like, the dads out there and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. And that would be your community, right?
Exactly.
Exactly. Like the dads that play video games that are more casual gamers than the people that are totally invested in like speed running Ocarina of Time in like 10 minutes or something like that.
The working professional. Yeah. I'm not a dad yet, so I can't say like for the dads. I say for the working professional. Yeah. So it's the same thing, when you say with the gym, it's like, okay, can anyone really relate to, benching like 800 pounds or like, or like looking at NFL players and say, okay, am I gonna
squat like 700 pounds?
Yeah. Or like clean, like 400 plus.
No, it's it's out of the realm of reality.
Exactly. Dude. And then like you were saying, if it's your day job, if it's our day job to lift weights, like we would be like jacked. Like crazy, right? You look at the Hollywood people; they have all the ripped abs and stuff like that. Look at The Rock, like okay, they have time to that. They have the professional chefs and stuff, the strict dietitians and nutrition needs, and they're just working out.
Right. And then they have the millions of dollars to supplement everything that they need. Exactly. Like it's not in the same ballpark as the average folk, as it were.
Yeah, look at LeBron James. LeBron James apparently spends like millions of dollars
on his body. Yeah, absolutely.
We don't have that type of money to spend.
No, God no.
Yeah, I wake up all sore. It's like,
it is what it is. Bro.
Yeah, got to keep going. Here we go. Let me take the train to work for half an hour and a half.
Oh man, dude, that train ride, bro. I remember one time, I was on the train commuting to work, and dude, this lady, she was like, I may throw up, and I was like, oh okay, and she didn't have a bag or anything, so she threw up in her backpack. It started to overflow, and everyone is like looking obviously at the person, and I'm just like, now it's like, okay. And this was at the beginning of the ride. I was like, all right, now I'm gonna just sit next to this sick individual for the entire ride into New York City. And from my experience, dude, that kind of sums up how I felt about working in New York City. It would obviously, some people like it, to each their own. You seem like you're a fan of it, and more power to you, Hector. But for me, it's not my place, man.
Same. No, I do not like it.
You do not?
I don't. If I had to go in 4 to 5 days a week and do that commute, absolutely not.
Oh, okay. I misinterpreted.
I have flexibility now. That when I go like once, twice a week.
Oh, okay.
Maybe like a month, bi-monthly. Like,
eking your way out of the commute.
They'd be like, when my director's like, "Are you coming in?" I'm like, "All right, I am now because I haven't been in for like 2 weeks."
That makes sense.
So I remember the NJ Trans is just horrible. My brother, when we were at Christmas time, we went to the city to see like the tree and stuff. And that's just like a whole different like
that's a different ball game.
Yeah, that's like crazy. And he was like, "Is it always the Hunger Games getting into NJ Trans?" I'm like, "Yes, it is. It always is." And you just get funneled. And I remember last summer NJ Trans was horrible. And I got there at like 6:30. and then my train just disappeared. Like the NJ Coastline train just disappeared because like it all got canceled because like somebody like fell on the tracks in Elizabeth or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So like it all got canceled. I'm like, how am I gonna get home now? Maybe I gotta take the boat, the ferry.
Right.
But that just costs like so much money. But at this point now, NJ Transit and the ferry are probably the same price. And then it was just like, how is this worth it? When you're just getting home at like 9 p.m., you're never gonna see your wife or anything. You're not gonna hit the gym or anything because you're tired.
Oh, dude, it's nightmarish because I remember all that exact experience where I didn't take the train. I took the bus.
Okay.
And at the bus, I would get home at like 7:30. I would go to the gym, like maybe sometimes, and then I would just wake up and it would be like Groundhog Day every single day, dude. It was just like, what life am I living? Like it was borderline insanity, man. It really was.
Yeah, I don't know how people did it back in the day, 5 days a week.
Yeah, no.
Doing that over and over again.
Dude, it's mind numbing.
Yeah, like I don't think any amount of money would entice me to do that 4 or 5 days a week. And then it's like, I don't even think I would move to North Jersey either because that's just too congested.
Yeah, no, it definitely is, man.
So New York's not for me, but
No. Central Jersey all the way, bro.
so.
But on that note, but before we wrap up, Hector, do you have any words of wisdom for people, whether it be business related or just life related, to the audience?
Yeah, business related. Just figure out what you want to do. I was telling people coming up now, don't get certifications just to get certifications.
Mm-hmm.
Like, actually figure out how that's going to help you.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of people just say, "Oh, I'm going to do this, 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 and this," and like, ask yourself why. And if you don't have a why, don't get it.
That's fair.
So it's like when I got an MBA, like why I got an MBA. Not just because I wanted to get it, just because I want to start my own business and understand how the business world works.
Okay.
So that's just understand what you do. Just don't do something to do it.
That makes sense. Yeah. I respect it.
Yeah. Ask yourself why.
And on that note, we'll be wrapping up today's episode of My Kommunity. Next week, we'll be taking a nice little ride into New York City. Nah, just kidding. Have a good day.